Tracking this morning, and it's been 3 months that Sushant Singh Rajput was found dead, and his family and fans have been waiting for justice. CBI sources have now told your channel that the forensic report that has been prepared by the team is conclusive and has absolutely no confusion left in it. CBI sources have also told Times Now that the conclusion report will be out soon, and it veers towards suspected homicide angle. Sources have confirmed that the medical board team to meet on September 17th, which is when we can expect the report to be made public, will in fact come out and give us more details on this. Let's go across to Aruneel, who's joining me live on the broadcast. Aruneel, now this is going to be a big breakthrough. Finally, CBI sources saying that they have a forensic report which is conclusive, and crucially, it is hinting towards the homicide angle.
Well, this will be extremely significant, and really, if at all, that is what the CBI sources have told us. We will be waiting for the reports to come out, but if at all a homicide has been proven by it, homicide has been completely indicated by the forensic report, then it will be a big shot in the arm of the botched-up investigation that has happened in the city of Mumbai. And why this investigation was botched up, was covered up, that is the big question that arises, because there have been many suspicions that have been raised with respect to this entire murder mystery of late actor Sushant Singh Rajput. The marks on the neck, be it when Times Now spoke to the key maker as well, he also gave out some incriminating details, saying that wrong door pictures were sent to him. Then also he was not allowed to see the mortal remains. In fact, he was not allowed to see inside the room also. He was immediately asked to go from there. And also, why isn't there basically a date or a timing of the postmortem that was done? Timing was not mentioned over there. When Priyank Tripathi went and spoke to the FSL chief from Kalina as well, he said that the mortal remains had come to them after around a very long time. There was a very big delay in the mortal remains reaching them, and that is a sufficient time for anybody to tamper with the evidence, or if at all there is a case of poison, it will not reflect in such kind of a delay. So many suspicions have been raised with respect to this, and as and when the AIMS team gives out its forensic report, it will be extremely significant, because when they were there in the city of Mumbai, they recreated the entire crime scene not once but thrice. They had done that, and they met the postmortem team from Cooper as well to get out more details.
Right.
Now, if it indicates towards a homicide, it will be a major blow for the Maharashtra government, because Maharashtra Home Minister on the very next day had declared it as a case of mere suicide.
Only they know what sort of hurry what they're working for, because there are several unanswered questions, and Tamal is also joining me now on the broadcast. Tamal, it is those specific unanswered questions which resulted really ultimately the investigation landing in the hands of CBI, and now it seems that that forensic report, which is quote-unquote conclusive and which will be out soon, is going to actually reflect a bit more on those questions like the ligature marks and of course the time of death, which was not even mentioned in the post-mortem report.
Well, that's right. All eyes are now on the forensic report. Expect to make public by the end of this week, and it will clarify on June 15th. With regards to the death, most important side, the circumstances under which possibly he died, a suicide or a homicide, or if there is some true that probed. So at this point in time, yes, the report would be significant. The fact that process is completely exclusive, which means once it's out, once it's public, it would be.
Tamal, I think there is some problem in that audio line. We'll have to repatch your phone line to fix it. But Aruneel, let's talk about those several contradictions which have emerged, not only in the way the scene of crime, the place where his death happened was actually established by the investigative agencies, but also in the testimonies of several people in the last 3 months.
Well, with respect to the testimonies that we have, Times Now has got from a lot of people associated with the late actor Sushant Singh Rajput, there have been some incriminating details that have come up when we spoke to the ambulance attendant as well. He mentioned about how the ligature marks on the neck were not indicating towards a suicide. And also he mentioned about why the color of the body was also not indicative about suicide as well. Now, statements of all the people who were staying in the house, basically Keshav, the Simon Miranda, and basically Dipesh Sawant and Siddharth Pitani, the statements were taken from them, and now we understand that there is a major contradiction with respect to what they have been telling the investigative agencies. In fact, Neeraj and Keshav have been interrogated many times for that, because why there has been a discrepancy or the testimonies that they have been giving, there has been a major differences in what they have been saying, and that is why only around thrice they have been taken to the scene wherein this unfaithful incident unfolded at the house of the late actor Sushant Singh Rajput, to recreate the entire crime scene. And if at all it indicates towards a homicide, a murder thing, then it will be a major blow for the Maharashtra government and the Mumbai police also particularly.
That's
because
right.
on the very next day only, the Maharashtra Home Minister had declared it as a case of suicide, and the Mumbai police was only probing the sabotage and calling in big producers and directors and probing.
And that is precisely the reason why the family was not happy with the investigation of Mumbai police. They intervened, lodged a complaint in Patna, and that got transferred to the CBI. We'll leave it at that for the moment, Aruneel.